inside their own base, not even needing a tower, not even needing a creep wave, and GG! Navi will break the DreamLeague first and take for the first time ever their title.
Hello and welcome back to the ASUS ROG DreamLeague for day 2 of week 13. We got a tournament. It's over $200,000 of prize money, but it's also very important today because we are halfway through the league. So we've turned up to the studio half dressed. We're going to have to keep you guessing on which half, but don't worry, we've got a full day of Dota, and these are the games you're going to be seeing. First up, it's going to be Team Dog versus Meet Your Makers, which is not right. It's actually going to be C9 versus Team Liquid. I'm like Ron Burgundy, I just read what I see, but I also knew better. Next match, the second game will be Meet Your Make. No, wait, yes, it is Meet Your Makers versus Team Liquid. It's all blue today. Everyone's confirming that we got this right. And the last game is going to be a repeat. They play twice because they're in the same division in North America. It's Cloud9 again versus Team Liquid. So joining me in the studio, the regulars. How's it going, Bruno?
I'm great, I'm back. I took my 1-day holiday.
Yeah, that's all you get.
Felt too much.
Yeah.
Go anywhere nice?
Yeah. But yeah,
I saw you in the kitchen. Did you venture a bit further? Or?
Well, yeah. I kind of wanted to go to sauna, but I didn't have enough time.
And I can never sauna.
What a day off.
He just sleeps in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Like he actually sleeps in the bathroom
commandeered.
with the sauna.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Ben, you can't sleep in the bathroom.
But it's the best place to sleep, really.
Yeah, but it's so hot.
But it's so warm.
Like you wake up and you just feel like.
Did you say Ben is hot?
No, I said the bathroom is hot because
Yeah.
the sauna's right next to it.
Yeah, if anybody doesn't know.
No, but Ben is hot. Like
Yeah.
I was saying, like the bathroom is also hot. Yeah.
If anybody doesn't know, the Muslim, the pro StarCraft player from EG, came to visit us.
Yeah.
And there's not like many places for guests. So he's just like, I'll take this room. It's got a lock.
The only one, actually, I think.
Yeah. Well,
That's pretty good.
there
Well,
you
the
go.
small bathroom has a lock too, but there's a cat in it now.
But in the small
no, one.
bathroom, yeah, just to give you an update, I know we're meant to talk about Dota. Yesterday we said we have 11 cats. Today we have 15.
It's getting worse, man. If you want kittens of any color, feel
Yeah.
free to contact
If you want
us.
the kittens and their mothers as well, it's like 5 for 1.
And we can like
You
train
don't even
them.
have to pay for them.
No.
Like we'll just give them to you.
No, we need to take some money. Shane said if we just keep not having them spaded and get like 1 billion cats and just sell them for like £1 each, we'd be billionaires.
That sounds like a lot of work. And
No, a lot of
sick
time.
For us,
house.
I mean, there's going to be a very tired cat outside.
Train one cat to sell the other cats.
Or maybe we have so many cats that we can actually like just give them, you know, the collar.
The barcode.
And then, no, but on the collar we can actually have like the advertisement, like, you know, if you're interested in buying me, ring this number.
No,
and
just
we could
pay
just
the
kind
other
of sell
cat.
them free.
Pay the red cat.
Huh?
Pay the other cat the money.
Yeah. Either way,
We do have more cats than humans.
yeah, we've got more cats than humans now. But let's talk about what's going to be happening today. So we're going to see Team Liquid, and we're going to see Team Liquid without fluff and stuff. So what have you guys got to say on Team Liquid without the fluff?
Not really surprised, I guess, first and foremost. He said some... I mean, it's okay to say stuff like that and then say that I'm sorry, because he should have said that he was sorry. But it puts like a lot of tension in the team, you know? Like, how do you play with somebody after they say something like he said, like that post? I'm not gonna like read too far into it, but it's like when you write that and then you're like, throw your team under the bus, how can you work with them anymore?
They didn't know he was going to post it.
Yeah, no, it was completely just
Holy
he did
shit.
it. And then everyone was like...
At least he should have waited for today to post it.
Yeah.
April Fools, everyone. JK. Haha.
All right, yeah, so we are going to see Liquid today. That's going to be today's storyline, is really how they're going to do. But of course, yesterday we had 3 games as well. We can take a look at the highlights and exactly what happened. So first up, it was Team Dog versus Meet Your Makers. And this is correct. And this was the first time that we saw a couple of players come in here. And it was Rise and also Link.
Remember when I said at the beginning of the league, hey, Team Dog, well, at least they came and they're going to get the $5,000, like $10,000 just for showing up. I want to take that back now. Can I?
You can't triple stamp a double stamp, Bruno.
No. Like, okay, one should be able to learn from their mistakes.
Not when it's clearly obvious that you were blatantly wrong halfway through the season.
And now I'm a changed man.
No.
Look at that. Look
That's
at
not how it
guys.
I think you laughed at Shane when he picked Misery.
No, I laughed because he was the lowest person in the league. But I wasn't laughing at the team. I was just laughing because he took intentionally the person who was the lowest scoring player in the fantasy league.
Little did he know, it was an underdog just waiting there.
Yeah. And he made some big plays yesterday, too. He was my MVP for the game, actually.
Yeah, Misery was playing the Bane there that set up the kills mid and did really well. Pycat was on the Mirana, hit some nice arrows, but it was all Team Dog, really. It was an outdraft and an outplay. After that, Meet Your Makers had to go up against Alliance. Alliance had a chance yesterday to finish out first. First, they had to beat Meet Your Makers, and that's exactly what they did.
Right.
And, yeah.
Meet Your Makers. Now 0-8?
0-8?
Yeah, 0-8.
Yikes.
Not great.
At least they're consistent.
You know, the funny part about this game was like they were actually leading for a while.
Yes, they were.
And then all of a sudden
They
it
got
was
to their
like,
lanes
oh yeah,
first.
the gyrocopter actually just has double the net worth of anyone on the side of MYM. And then life got real difficult after that.
This was the Slark, right?
Yeah, the Slark with the... I really like the fact that the rocket reveals the Slark, so it was like a great counter.
I hated the Slark pick in this game. Like, it's not often where I say that I actually think the Slark was weak, but he just couldn't ever be in the fight, you know what I mean? Like, the whole thing about Slark is you pounce, you use your ulti, you try to go for a sure kill, right? But you want to focus the gyro in pretty much every single engagement because he does the most damage to your team. But you can't focus him if you don't have your ulti, and if you don't have BKB. So it was a really hard situation for him. And plus, they had like Clockwork too, which is like, yeah, okay, I guess you could pounce into the cogs, but then you're still putting yourself in a very vulnerable position. You don't want to have to use your ulti in 2 different ways for 2 different reasons. It's like not really that good.
Lumi, do you want to take any camera time away from Andy?
No. I just want to say the clockwork point is a thing, but they never were coordinated enough to actually get the two
No, I know, but even if they were,
play.
like, I still think it was weak.
Yeah.
I was like,
It was just bad.
I didn't feel it.
All right. Well, after Alliance won that match, they had one more, and it was going to be against Virtus Pro. If Alliance won this game, they would be top of the league. They would be 6-1, I believe. All they had to do was beat VP, and everyone was expecting it to happen. But VP came in with a Wraith King on the safe lane, played by Illidan, and he ended up turning it into a carry. Well, not turning it into a carry. He was playing a carry, but ended up getting a blink and just hounded down the team with, I believe, NS on the Sand King.
Yes. Yeah, the more I watched this, the more I really liked the draft that VP brought, specifically because Illidan was the one we interviewed after the game, and he said we wanted a team fight that had global potential and it could also split push. That's like the best of both worlds, you know, because if a team can't fight, then usually they can split push or vice versa, but this team could do both. So that kind of a style and having a Wraith King who is just able to go a very aggressive choice like Blink Dagger and open up opportunities for just sniping, especially supports like Rubik who don't really have that much health. Like some people go like max Fade Bolt 2 points in a lift and then no field. Even with max no field, he still dies like to an AA ult, a Sunstrike, and a Skeleton King like every single time. And EGM just had like the worst game ever. I felt bad for him.
Yeah.
He did.
Also, S-Force Puck wasn't able to really get the picks and open up the match for him.
They had no real damage. Like they were relying so heavily on Eclipse, but like Illidan said, he went Blade Mail because Loda went for like the super greedy, I'm gonna go Dominator Yasha before BKB. So if you Blade Mail and blink in on Skeleton King, how are you supposed to ult? Like you will die before the Skeleton King dies. So that's really.
And then he comes back to life.
Yeah.
And you're slow. And actually, for once, Illidan did go for a good build.
Yeah, he did. He got the 1 point in stats. I like that.
Yeah.
Because you need it actually, otherwise you won't reincarnate at 6. It's a bummer.
You got the aura at 3 though.
Yeah, but I mean, 1 point in aura is okay, like because they kill the towers pretty early anyway. Like Lumi made a good point saying like you typically don't skill aura if you want a lane lock, but you don't want to do that as Skeleton King anyway because the hero is so capable of fighting that it just doesn't really lend itself to how the hero is like meant to be played, at least in my opinion. So you can just be like, yeah, I'm gonna kill this tower and then I'm gonna kill people and then win the game. It worked.
And speaking of games won, we can check out exactly who's been winning games over the course of the season. This is going to be the halfway point to remind you today we should be halfway through the games. I think we had a couple delays on some games, so hopefully it's still today, but it should be today. Team Empire 5-1 at the top. Cloud9 will be seeing twice today, and they have a chance to go to the top of the scoreboard. They'll be playing... Team Liquid, as we mentioned earlier. Alliance could have been there, but unfortunately dropped their game versus Virtus Pro, but they're still looking very safe in third. Team Dog, a bit of a surprise for everybody, currently in fourth place. EG as well, performing well. Last season, they didn't do so well, didn't make it to the LAN finals. This season, doing great, number 5 right now. Na'Vi haven't played many games, but still doing pretty good, and we expect them to do even better. So Roxkiss, Fnatic, VP, they can still challenge. Sigma, not sure about. Team Liquid still have a chance as well with only 3 games played. So let's see if they can make it a 2-3 by the end of the day. Well, no, it's 3-3 by the end of the day.
They kind of need to. Like it's like you said, it's halfway through the season, so.
Yeah, definitely. And they're going to be starting them off against Cloud9, and then 8 o'clock versus Meet Your Makers, and then all the Team Liquids, it's going to be at 9:15 against Cloud9 again. So Cloud9 get a little break, and Team Liquid, do they get another warm-up match?
That's like a bye, right? Like you play one game, you get a bye, and then you play another game. But this is like, it's even more important for them though, because if they win against Cloud9, even once, like that's potentially the strongest team in the group outside of EG, right?
I mean, they're the first place.
Yeah, they're the first place. So you win against the strongest team. Maybe they win 2 times, you know? Then all of a sudden it looks a lot better for them to get top 6 because it should be like easier matchups for them.
If they go 3-3 at the end of the day, Team Liquid definitely can sneak in top 6 over the course of the next games.
I mean, it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
But
I mean, each team plays 12 games. So 3-3 starts your first 6 games at a 50-50. So that's where you want to be going into the last 6 matches of your Team Liquid.
Do we know who's playing for
Demon.
Team Liquid? Demon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Demon is playing.
We thought it was going to be sneaking, but it's actually Demon.
Okay.
Because they've been playing with both players, but we thought it was going to be sneaking because he was playing with Way2 the other day, and it's Demon. So.
Well, I mean, when they play with Demon, to me it felt that they were playing much better.
Yeah. I know, I agree.
I mean, having Bulva and sneaking on a team might be good if you're a Pokemon master.
It's true.
But not if you're a real like Dota 2 team. I don't know. It doesn't fit as much as Demon.
So what role is Demon playing? Was TC playing support last time? Like to fit Demon in? That's for TC owners out there. Good luck.
TC is playing support. They when Sneaking was playing, he was playing support.
Okay.
Yeah, that's because Sneaking only plays carry.
Yeah, and when Demon was playing mid, and Bulba was playing off lane. Was it?
And Koifa was playing support?
Wait, why wouldn't Bulba play mid?
No. Demon was playing carry. Bulba was playing mid. Koiba. Yeah, it was the same.
Okay.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, it was the same.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, you agree?
James is a really good picture for me there.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on either. Let's just go to some promotion and get back on track, okay? So here, in Promotionville, we have a GeForce GTX 760.
I think this one is scratched, by the way.
Yeah,
get
we wrestled this one from a raptor just outside, in lots of raptors in Sweden, and polar bears.
No prison, though.
So you can get hold of this. It's ASUS obviously support the show, and they want to give you guys at home a chance to win something. So you just need to go to facebook.com/ROG Nordic. And we've been talking about a lot of players here. What you're going to need to do when you get there is you just like the page and then fill in a form for your MVP of the week. So we've had one play there yesterday. For me, it was Misery. He's definitely the playmaker of yesterday. Today, we've got a lot of Team Liquid.
Well, we have 2 Cloud9 as well. So.
Yeah, that's true. And then, of course, we've got another couple of days actually coming up. We're going to go all the way till Thursday.
Do we know if Eternal Envy is playing today?
We don't know.
We don't know.
I like how all you turns to me as the
you're like
C9 representative.
I guess you are.
I haven't had the hotline. You know what? I could ask.
I met C9 management.
Well, he's in the lobby.
He's in the lobby.
Yes,
okay, yeah. Just
today.
like the reason I asked for this is apparently there was a big problem with the backbone that connects Toronto, where he lives, to New York, which is where the USC servers are. And yesterday he was playing on USCs with 300 ping, which is less than ideal, let's say, if you're playing.
Still won his pub game while streaming, so against Liquid, about the same.
About the same?
Yeah, I turned his stream on for like 10 seconds, and he's like, "Oh my god, guys, I get this lag thing again." It didn't even seem that bad. He's like, "I'm turning off my stream." He just turned it off right away.
What's his MMR?
I don't know. He's ranked 3.
something.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Pretty
I,
6,500.
I don't think it really counts though in America's servers because Andy's top 200 apparently if he played enough games.
Yeah.
Like top 200 NA, MLG 420.
MLG, YOLO,
no scope.
Yeah. No, but the thing with MMR is it's really weird, right? Because once you get past 6K, you start getting these really weird games. Like, there was a screenshot on Reddit like a week ago or something of where RTZ was playing in a game and he was like 6,300 and he had like 3K players on his team. And
Well,
I'm like,
if you're the 6K, you're kind of like the balancing thing.
yeah,
You're
like Valve matchmaking thinks, okay, this guy's 6K, he has to be literally 2 people. Like, how does that work? I know math a little bit, but I'm pretty sure you can't just say that a 6K player is supposed to be 2 people.
I confirmed that. I know math too.
All right, well.
Well, let's talk about 5 people. And it is going to be Team Liquid that are going to be up first. So the 5 members that make the team. And
No
now
fluff
going to be,
though, but-
yeah, not there. This is a lie. TC, Koiva, Bulba, way too sexy on the end, and Fluff and stuff. Currently, he still looks like that. He's really disappointed with himself. I don't know. And it will be a replacement Demon.
Yeah.
And TC.
And TC, the guy that
Is
if
he
you had
leading
your
again? Is he still leading?
leading what?
The team.
Captaining, yes.
Captaining, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so it's up to TC really to see how he's going to fit. The
In
new
his
player.
defense, he's been playing very consistent support as well. I mean, he was always very consistent as a carry, but
Yeah.
he seems to be handling the support position very well, knowing his rotations. Just, I guess if you play as a carry and you have support in your lane all the time,
You
kind
just
of
know.
Yeah, you just know what they
It's
do.
like, this
so.
is what works really well against this. This is what doesn't work. I know what to do.
Yeah.
And then you win. Or lose.
Mostly lose in their case.
They need to bring in some monkey banana James. What do you think?
I don't know. But that's speaking of winners and losers. We've got Sing Sing and also Eternal Envy in the same team, playing for Cloud9. Eternal Envy, Sing Sing, Bone 7, Howie 2005. Don't encourage me, please, please.
sorry, that was
it's
funny.
childish. And here we can see Eternal Envy, obviously the winner.
Yeah.
And
No data on
No
anything.
data, no
data on
information.
him.
We'll
He's-
find some data on him later.
He's a mystery.
He's so good that he
Big
just like he
question mark.
conceals.
He's an anime legend.
Although he apparently doesn't
people tell
know
stories.
basic Japanese.
He doesn't
sound
know.
like such
He
a
doesn't know
snob.
anything about anime. Everybody thinks he knows a lot about anime.
He doesn't know anything?
Like his favorite anime, he doesn't even know like basic quotes.
Oh, really? But okay. You say he has a favorite anime, so he watches anime,
Yes.
but he doesn't like anime, but he watches. How does that
No,
work?
no. He likes a favorite anime.
One.
Like favorite means one.
Okay.
But
But
if you-
I have favorite.
Favorites. Okay. Okay. So there's an anime he really likes.
and that's
I
all
asked
he
him.
watches.
No.
No, he likes anime.
He does.
What anime?
That's
So
my
you just,
point.
You just say he doesn't like anime, and then you say like, no, well, he has.
No,
one
I'm
favorite.
trying to say he's an anime scrub. That's what I'm trying to
He's
say.
saying
Ruining his stream.
EE is
What is
shit
his
in anime.
what is
Yes.
his favorite now? I need to.
I
Yeah.
don't really know.
What? You
No,
do
he-
know.
I
He
think
uses-
I think I know.
I think you don't want to say because you don't want to embarrass him if it's like a very bad anime that people.
No, it's a
hate.
really good one.
Is it a good
I
one?
think it's
Yeah,
Toradora.
then you know.
Toradora. I think that's his
Okay.
favorite anime.
Okay.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't know.
Yeah.
See. Too mainstream.
But my
Like,
point
too
is,
hipster for us.
I asked him, like, oh, do you know this quote from this anime? Which
Right.
is like very important for the storyline. He's like, no, I don't know.
Maybe he's like you are with movies and music, man. Like you've seen him and you just can't
That's
remember.
Maybe he
True.
watches them
what
with
happened.
English.
Like I feel like this is a...
Dubs.
Dubs.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, how?
No, he's not that scrub. He's not that scrub.
There's some hypocrisy going on here. I can sense
Are people that actually like people that watch anime? People watch dubbed anime.
God, I
Why,
hope not.
why would you do that?
No,
bad.
you shouldn't.
Yeah,
you
it's
should
really
not.
It's these American voices doing these like weird noises. It's pretty weird. I'm the best.
Really, we just have terrible voice actors like in any anime that's dubbed. They're all terrible.
Vegeta,
Reed-
what does the scouter say about his power level?
It's over 9,000!
You're actually a better voice actor than most anime.
Did you guys work on that?
Every day.
It's being Bruno, man. Like, shit just happens. We
I
know
liked
each
it.
other, man.
Like it started off with you, and even before, like just from the, I didn't even hear like a Vegeta, right?
Right.
So I was like, I didn't hear exactly where he was going, and I was like, I recognize this, and then I went to him, and he was like, I recognize that. It's like I was there. It was amazing.
That's what
But
we're
of
here
course, that fight sequence will take then 10 episodes.
Just for them to get ready to
Yeah,
Right.
Just
ready to
10?
fight.
They have to train for like 17 episodes in the chamber where there's like nothing happens.
It's like the world is going
God.
to explode in 5 minutes.
I really enjoyed it when I started watching at the beginning, and I felt they just purposely made it longer and longer. Like they sold so many seasons or something, and then they were just like, "Well, fuck, this is a lot of work. Let's just stretch it out." And
Well, you have to catch up to the original work that's also being like written right? That's what happens with lots of manga. Like
Yes.
the manga comes written first, so you have to stretch the anime so that the manga can actually come
They call
out.
filler episodes.
So then you get like there's I watch Dragon Ball. That's pretty much most of what I watch, and Sailor Moon.
No, he watches the.
I
You
like
watch
how
the
you just
he watched
casually
the Dragon.
dropped
He
that.
watches the Dragon Ball with alternative.
Yeah, Dragon
storyline.
Ball Z Abridged by Team 4-Star. It's amazing if you go to
Yeah.
YouTube, check them
Yeah,
out.
I
It's
saw
really
you
fun.
watching
You should definitely check that. It's
But-
actually really good.
But the thing is, Dragon Ball. There's Dragon Ball Z. There's like they're fighting like Freezer and all these like monsters that can destroy the earth just by clapping their hands or whatever. That's not a clap. Like, this is not a clap.
Right,
But then
it's a combo. How do I do it? I could just imagine you kind of like at an end of a ceremony when everyone's clapping, you just start doing this and then look around at everybody and you're like, what? Anyway, Bruno.
But yeah, anyway, so
continue before we
there was
move on.
like in between all that, there's an episode of Goku Learns to Drive. Like it's all about like Goku getting a driver's license. That's what the episode is.
Why does he need to drive when he can fly?
It's filler, man.
I don't know.
That's what
Okay.
happens.
Hey,
Either way, the best Quake 3 mod was actually the Dragon Ball Z mod because you got to fly around and shoot each other.
yeah.
It was awesome. Tweets. We've got tweets coming in. You can tweet at us. I think it's
DreamLeague.
at DH DreamLeague.
Or
yeah.
you can have hashtag DreamLeague, and we
Yeah,
also
and,
read that
and
as well.
apparently, I don't know. I thought you guys were tweeting, but there's just a big Twitter sign saying that's what's happening. Oh, we do have tweets coming
Yeah.
in. And
Where's my
the first one
items?
is perfect. Where is?
Yeah,
my
I'll
items?
take that one. I'll take that one. Okay, so the items are delayed, which is really sucks.
Is that an April Fool's joke or?
No, it's not an April Fool joke.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
I mean,
It's
trust
an
me,
April Fool's joke, isn't
right,
it?
like, it's not really. I feel, come on. Like, I like,
Where are they?
you know, like,
Where'd you put the items?
Okay. No, but really, like, I'm probably the most stressed person about this because I'm like, probably the people, like, the person talking more to the community, and I get this question a lot. So what happened is that part of the items, like the chainsaw, we already submitted to Valve, and we're waiting for them, like, we're mailing them, can you please put this in the store, which isn't happening. Hopefully we'll get it this week. Realistically, whatever doesn't get this week,
Might
there's-
take a little bit longer.
yeah, there's like, Valve actually does a 2-week holiday to Hawaii, like a company thing.
I thought they kind of went 50-50 though. So some
Yeah,
stayed and some
but at the
went,
same
and then-
time,
okay.
like,
but that's not
it was
expected
like
anything.
when I talk to them, they're like, if it doesn't happen this week, don't know when it's gonna happen. And some of the stuff, like the Invoker set and the HUD, we're actually when we talked to Danny them and Hunter, which are the guys creating the content, they were like, well, maybe we can just like take some more time and do something like very good based on community feedback, and we'll take a little bit more time. Can you handle that? And I said yes. And so they took more time. Like they did 2 iterations of the Invoker set, which is being created. Same thing with the HUD. I think we're going to have the final HUD to show people, not to be in game, because then like that's up to Valve this week as well if Danny them finishes it. So we kind of dropped the ball on that one, but the whole idea was to actually bring you better quality. So we're
I
kind
just don't feel I don't feel happy waiting this long for digital items. I mean, that's the point. They're digital, Bruno. They should just be instant.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I've ordered things from Thailand that turned out faster.
I know.
And they got shipped over in back of people's trucks.
Really? From Thailand?
Yeah.
I don't think that's
and
how
a,
that works.
And a boat.
Okay, that's more understand. Maybe the truck was in the boat, and then the truck came out. I don't know.
Or
But,
could have been in a
like,
plane.
realistically, like I wish I had a better answer for that. The items will
It's fine.
the items will be there. Like
Yeah.
it's not that we're not gonna scam you out of the items. I mean, if you want to look at it in a very kind of like objective way, we would really like to have the items, because if we had the items, more people would buy the ticket because of the items, and the player pool would increase. And
Who are you
like,
trying to convince Bruno? Us
well,
or that?
no, it's just myself, really.
I can tell. But
but
don't
it's-
worry about it, guys.
yeah.
Basically, they're still on their way. They're a little bit delayed, and we do apologize. In the Invoker set, that we wanted to be ready 25th. When the screenshots came out, the guys wanted to work on it a little bit more, so they can give you something a little bit higher quality. Hopefully, you guys appreciate that. But I think coming in next, hopefully we get the Pudge Chainsaw, because I want to use that. I know Dendy even messaged saying he wants to use that. So
Do you know what actually is coming though?
Yeah.
Is my chair. Production ordered it this morning.
yeah, because we hit a $100,000
He's
stretch
gonna get to use
goal.
it for like 1 week. And
Shane gets a check.
Okay, this is not a Twitter for the DreamLeague, but I'm gonna read it anyways. It's like from Benjamin Baker,
Who's
Oh.
that?
the Muslim.
yeah.
Oh.
Hey Bruno, the fat cat keeps lying on the kittens. I'm really worried. Like I went in there to try and grab toilet paper. She's in the bathroom, by the way. And one of the kittens wasn't moving, and she'd just get up and land on all of them. And they'd be meowing.
Oh
So-
shit.
I don't know, man.
We have kitten problems.
Kittens.
I just.
Yeah, James.
That's a very
there was a
morbid
problem this morning.
She
tweet.
doesn't have enough mass to actually.
No,
like,
what happened was she's the stupidest of cats.
Yeah.
Of all of them. She kind of just has a look on her face like, I don't know why I'm here. Who are you? And so when she had her kittens, she didn't realize she was a mum. So she wasn't cleaning them. So we sent in Daddy Scriff, and Scriff had to go in and actually
Yeah, peel the.
like clean the kittens,
Clean the kittens.
and then kind of place them. And once he did it, she started
Enjoying
realizing and then doing it,
You have
right?
to rub their belly, and then they kind
Yeah.
of pee a little bit
Yeah,
so they get
yeah,
the
yeah.
scent of babies.
And then and now Ben's at the house alone
Yeah.
Panicking.
with Fire Frog, and Ben's tweeting us going, the stupid cat's lying on the kittens. So we have
but we have
15
we
now.
have a concerned person at the house looking over the cats. So we're
Like
good.
guys, if you have any good kitten advice,
Yeah.
you can tweet Ben. Help Ben save the kittens.
At the Muslim.
Yeah, it's at the Muslim, right?
DEMUSLIM.
Yeah. So help save our kittens. We've got 15, quite like 15 when we get home.
Hopefully it's still 15 when we get home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like 16.
Not any more or less. I'm good
But-
both ways.
But Ben's a worrier. You can give him some advice. All right, so we talked about a lot of stuff, but not a video game because it hasn't started yet, but it is just about to start, and we're going to go into the draft. So the first game of today is going to be Cloud9 versus Liquid. Cloud9 are on my fantasy team. Hope they do great. Liquid I like as well, so I'll give them the equal amount of good luck, I guess.
I feel
Yeah.
like you kind of lacked enthusiasm on that part. You're like, yeah, I kind of like this team too, but
They have to earn it, you know what I mean? Like, if they win this, they're my new favorite team of all time ever.
well, that's fair. New favorite team of all time ever, and that's even against Fnatic, who is like your current favorite team. Like, I love Fnatic, I love Era and NoTail. They're my favorite.
You have posters of them on your wall.
He does.
They're only small posters.
Yeah, but I mean,
When you're far away from
you got a
them.
fanboy, right? Like it happens. You like things. You know what else I like?
What do you like?
I like Dota. I'm hearing music as well.
I turned mine off.
No, actually, it's not music. It's just like somebody. I know who it is. It's Lumi. Lumi writes, "I'm going to go get water," in like the chat bar, and then goes AFK, and then doesn't mute his mic, so we just heard the faucet of Lumi getting water.
It's the same thing that happens in the Naked Gun.
Yeah, exactly.
It is.
It's just what happens to Frank Drebin in the Naked Gun.
Lumi might be amazing at math, not so great at common sense sometimes, but we love him anyway.
But anyway, it's Team Liquid taking on Cloud9. Shane, it's just you and me. We're living the dream right now, bud.
It's pretty good.
It is pretty.
My toilet paper softened up from
What do you think
yesterday.
of the bands?
Oh. What do I think of the bands? Ember Spirit and Chen. Chen is pretty cool.
You just went to pick water.
That's pretty cool, but
Yeah.
You didn't mute your microphone. So all we hear is
Well, yeah, it sounded more like.
I don't think your mic's actually working.
I don't know.
No, I'm probably muted. Am I muted?
I think you're muted too.
Now you're muted.
So it's just me and Shane.
Can I
Yeah.
get unmuted?
Like no one can hear
If
you.
you say please.
Maybe. I don't know.
Drasco, can you relay that information?
I think Lumi would like a voice if that's possible, because I don't think he's actually going through right now in
Wait,
game.
do I have a voice?
No.
No, cool. Good.
Yeah. I can't hear. Can you say something, Shane?
hello.
I can't hear you either.
No.
Do we have a voice?
Panic stations.
None of us have.
I'm just gonna.
Nope.
Oh,
Oh Jesus.
now I can hear people.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so Cloud9 start off with the Bat Rider and Luna, so I'm assuming it's going to be a Bone 7 Bat. Guy plays it a lot. He's pioneer of the Mask of Madness Bat Rider. He just runs so freaking fast.
It's legit.
Also, when are they going to fix that bug with Bat Rider where you just start in the ground, like the ground scooter? You just come out of... It's like Tremors, right? Like Kevin Bacon actually is riding Bat Rider and you just get lassoed from nowhere. It happens to me all the time in pub games. It's like super annoying.
The one I hate the most is the like sliding along the ground and flailing your arms around the place. You know, when the hero just like completely freaks out and just like completely slides.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. So it's still kind of a greedy first pick, I would say. Well, not first pick, but second and third pick, I should say, because Luna is taken with the Batrider as well, and the first pick was Visage.
Lumi decided to ask the players if we're muted.
No, I was hoping that the DreamLeague English would see this, but apparently it's in all chat.
I'm just gonna assume everything's fine. Like, just persevere, Lumi. Like, nothing bad is happening. Everyone's fine.
Yeah.
The mics apparently sound bad, but hey.
I once casted a game, and 30 minutes in, we realized we were muted. So we're just having the best camera control, and then that's it.
That's it, man. Did you miss any kills?
No.
Because it would have been like really awkward if you were missing kills and it was muted, you know? It's like, wait a minute, what's going on? Yeah. Is this supposed to be like a real stream? But anyway. Liquid, they got Visage, they got Invoker. I'm assuming that's going to be Bulba mid. He is still playing mid, which means that TC was playing support, which is kind of surprising. Because I'm not saying that he can't play support. I'm just saying that as a carry player, he's one of the more consistent carry players like ever.
Yep.
So I'm
unlike certain carries out there, he actually buys BKB.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good item.
It's a game-losing item.
It's a game-losing item, but it's a good item. But I want people to understand why I say it's a game-losing item.
Why do you say that, Andy?
Because in some cases, you're actually forced to buy a BKB instead of buying a BKB because you already have sufficient damage to warrant buying a BKB. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, Shadow Fiend is a perfect example. You have a BKB, and then you can have like raises for damage. You right-click from Necromastery if you're maxed out. You still hit for like over 100 easily, right? Like maybe close to 200, and you have Presence of the Dark Lord too. So you supplement your damage anyway. You don't need any other damage items. But some heroes like Void, if they have to go early BKB, they become a kitten. That's when it's a game-losing item, because you're sacrificing all of your damage just to live.
What about Morphling?
Morphling is kind of the same. I mean, he can still do like reasonable damage because he has a built-in nuke with waveform. And if you morph enough agility, maybe you can right-click. But if you're morphing agility, you're negating the survivability that you've purchased through BKB. So it's like still a kitten. I don't know.
What's with all the kitten talk?
We have so many of them. I got like 13 more times I can use that word in this game, and I would barely cover the amount of kittens we have in our
Are we
house.
going to name them, or are we just going to like...
No, we're not going to name them.
When you said 12 of them, I was like, oh man, one for each month.
Some guy had like the best idea.
And then you miscounted.
We can rename it.
When we only had 7, somebody said that we should just name them Bone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7.
That would have been awesome.
So one of them could be Bone 7.
I thought you were going with the deadly sins.
No. I can name a few of them, but I can't name
we
all of
might
them.
as well name them AUI 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, all the way to 2000. Jesus, that's how many cats we actually have.
I see.
Or Eternal Envy. Just call them all Eternal Envy. The worst cats ever. But the best.
They all like anime, but they don't actually like anime according to Lemmy.
Isn't this whole thing?
No. He likes, okay, for the last time, he likes anime, but he's a really bad anime fan.
Does he watch it once and then that's that?
No. He watches them, but he doesn't absorb them and understand the essence.
He doesn't get the anime feel.
Like when you read Great Gatsby, and you're like, I read Great Gatsby, but I have no idea what the book is saying to me.
I read the words, but I don't understand the meaning. Okay, I got you.
Calling you out, Jackie.
Whatever, man. I don't even know what's going on anymore, but I do know that Cloud9, they ban out Drow Ranger because Visage, Exort, Invoker, and Drow is pretty terrifying.
I guess Bone 7's going to play the Nyx now.
Well, it still could be Pylite Eye.
I mean, you could just run a support Nyx. That's been done before.
Yeah.
It was quite popular back in the days before he got this kind of off-lane hype. Now we're going to see Centaur.
Yeah, Centaur, another good lane punisher. I like that choice actually from Liquid because right now, like Luna maybe safe lane, maybe mid. I know they've done it before, Luna mid, but either way, you've seen at least a support. I really feel like the Nyx won't be off lane here. Okay. And if that's the case, like even if say the Batrider jungles, well, you have like maybe one support who can punish him right now, which would be the Dazzle. Like Dazzle and Nyx together, I still think Centaur will still be able to get some out of his lane. Maybe not like a lot, but it shouldn't be too bad. And plus, right now, between Invoker and Visage, if the Invoker is going Exort, you need a hero who can actually help you initiate fights. So Stampede is actually very helpful in that regard. And plus, it's nice to be able to have Stampede in case somebody gets lassoed, because rather than like a Shadow Demon who disrupts the target that gets lassoed, you Stampede and just chase the Batrider, you know? You just try to kill him before he gets out with whoever he's lassoed, which can be really equally as effective. So
That's only helpful when Batrider doesn't have that Force Staff. I think once you get the Force Staff, then it's less effective.
Yeah, but you're 522 for 3 seconds, man. That's like...
I guess. I mean,
I think 3 seconds is actually more if you're haste speed to catch up to a Force Staff than just the Force Staff distance itself.
I'm actually not too impressed with the Centaur pick. Yesterday you were talking about how Stampede generally allows you to get away from a lot of supports because support nowadays don't actually have real stuns. but we're looking at here with Batrider and Nyx Assassin, 2 heroes that are going to have those stuns. I guess Nyx Assassin's not really reliable, so...
No, it can be reliable, like you're right, but here's my counterpoint to that, right? Say you're a Batrider right now. You have 2 targets potentially that you want to lasso. Like you want to lasso the Centaur to stop Stampede. And you want to lasso the Invoker.
Do they have enough damage to kill Centaur though?
I don't think that you want to lasso the Centaur. He's just so tanky. Invoker, I'm good with that choice.
But you would only lasso the Centaur to stop a Stampede. That's the reason
Prevent
why
it from using it. Okay.
Right. But you would lasso the Invoker because he's just a significant threat in general, like high damage, etc.
What happens if Rubik steals Batrider's ulti and Batrider already has someone in the lasso, and then you lasso Batrider and then you go off on a little choo-choo train?
Well, typically what happens is when you're a Batrider, you always Firefly first for vision, right? And then you blink in and you lasso. What you can actually do is like use Napalm, like the way that you're facing, just to make sure that he can't steal it. Like you lasso Napalm like right away, so he doesn't steal the spell.
It has a cast though, doesn't it?
Yeah, but there's still like a small like margin for error there where the Rubik can get lasso.
More commonly, Rubik...
Even just stealing Sticky is really annoying.
Yeah, Sticky is actually a really good spell to steal. But I think the Rubik is mostly picked to lift the Batrider up because it's an instant stun, which is... Sometimes you pick Sand King to do the same thing, but Rubik mostly does a better job.
Plus, there's really good spells to steal in general. Like, you can steal Grave, you can steal Nyx
Eclipse.
Yeah, Eclipse. Even just stealing, like, a nuke is really strong in this game. So, I like the Rubik pick quite a bit. And between the 3 heroes that they have right now, like, Centaur, I think, is undervalued as a damage dealer because he actually hurts himself when he deals his damage. But if you're able to just isolate one target and get a kill, like, between Centaur and Visage, you have Soul Assumption, Double Edge, and Stomp. That's, like, a death right there. It's probably around 1,000 damage that you're going to be taking.
He also does less damage with no field. It's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, the synergy between Rubik and Centaur is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And you get a hood on top of that, then you got some massive magic resist. And he's got, what, like 3.8 strength gain or something like that?
It's insane, yeah.
He is power.
I kind of like the old Centaur. It was just so simple. It's like
Ooh. Templar Assassin, so it is going to be a safe lane Luna.
Yeah. Now, Templar against, you were saying Exhort Invoker?
It can be Quaswex or Exhort. I would probably favor Exhort, just because if you... Well, they both do okay.
I mean, regardless...
Quaswex is harder, I think.
The babies get down her shield.
Yeah, Quaswex is harder, and it looks like just barely edging it out is the Invoker, so... I mean, it's a little bit surprising, because if you go Quaswex, your base damage suffers significantly, which should mean that the TA gets more last hits early. But once you get EMP, the TA can, like, never use her abilities. Right. Same thing with really an OD kind of. I love that pick actually. I think that's like crazy good.
Why do you think it's good here? I mean, we were just talking about earlier yesterday in MMYM's game when they last picked a Slark and it didn't have any impact. Why is it good in this particular game instead?
Because the person that you have to focus, you can actually negate all of their damage with your ulti. And because it's not an ability that's on like a 5.5 second cooldown, and it's actually an ultimate, your ultimate actually completely counters his ultimate. Not your ulti is countered by Rocket Barrage, which is going to be up by the time your ulti is down anyway.
Yep.
You know, so you're actually negating a huge spell and maybe forcing Envy to use it in a bad situation, which he might just choose not to because he knows that that ulti will make it so, okay, I just can't hit him or do any damage to him. And just in the sense of having multiple targets to want to initiate on if you're Bat, it's just a good choice because now it's like, okay, you want to go for Quakefa, you want to go for Demon, and you want to go for Bulba. Those are all targets that I think reliably could get lassoed in the point. So, and having to deal with a Rubik on top of that, I actually think that Liquid's draft is just superior, and plus Slark is good against TA in general. Yep. Maybe not in lane, like in the beginning, but during the mid game, one Dark Pact eats a Refraction.
Yep.
Like instantly, isn't it?
Super annoying to deal with.
Refraction does have a very long cooldown as well.
Oh, and also remember that Slark is one of the few people in the game who can actually just tunnel vision a Nyx. Because you can just use Dark Pact, and if he carapaces, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing I'm concerned about this TA pick is what is it actually here to accomplish? The traps is not going to be too effective. Now the Stark's picked up, Stampede's available.
Well, they kind of need a damage, right?
Like, well, I mean, there's other mid-hero that do damage.
Yeah, but is there any mid-hero that's going to do damage, like physical damage into the late game and be able to help push towers? I think that's the biggest concern that they had, because Dazzle and Nyx, not really that high damage supports, at least during the beginning. There's some synergy between Meld and Weave, of course, which is going to help them be able to focus down targets a little bit easier. And minus armor is good against heroes that have like high base health gain, like Centaur. So, I don't know. I think it's okay. I just think that it's going to be a hard game for Sing.
Will they try and do early Roche? Would you say
they could.
Once they get if they get any sort of like advantage, if they win a team fight near Roche, I think they can take it really quickly.
That's usually something that like you would do with a team that's dire,
Yeah.
You know, you take like a few fights because it's much more favorable for a team with their tier 1s up to be dire to do Roshan. So, I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah, actually quite interestingly, we've been seeing Envy going for this build quite often now. He starts with boots as well as a ring of protection. It seems like he's actually favoring this early game movement speed. Normally when we see him do this, one of his supports gives him a ward so he could actually go into the jungle and ward it very deep. But it looks like he doesn't have that. Meanwhile, Batrider is going to be Fireflying to drop a particular ward. This ward is nice in the sense that it doesn't block any of the two camps, so you can't really scout it out by saying, oh, they blocked the camp, so there's a ward nearby. But it does actually provide a lot of coverage in terms of the gank path that the supports will likely to take to him as well as to the mid lane.
Yeah, good stuff. And it looks like Bulba is going to be going Exort. He started with an Null Talisman, and typically Exort Invokers don't go phase, so usually just by seeing the starting items you can have a pretty good indicator of what they're going to be doing.
Most people go like brown boots into like 4-staff into travels, isn't that what we've been seeing a lot?
Well, it depends on what style the Invoker's playing, right? Like yesterday we saw Ryze who went for Mech, which I still think is good. Like I don't think there's anything wrong with that build, because if you have such a low level of Invoke, you don't have to worry about the mana cost really of using the Mech, so that's fine. But depending on if you're going like a 4/4 max Exort Invoker, which would use a lot more spells, you probably wouldn't go Mech. So if he's going Forge Spirits first, I'm guessing it might be something similar, but we'll see.
Yep. One thing key to point out is that the Dire team actually saw the Observer Ward being placed on the bottom lane with their own Observer Ward, and you can see that Demons already got 1 sentry, so they're looking to D-ward that quite early and get that advantage in the lane. And there is actually no river vision for Team C9, so that ward control is going to be, or the ring control is going to be a little bit difficult for Sing Sing in the mid lane.
Yeah, this is one of those situations where you're like, you hope that your supports just go bottom for you, like every single rune, because that's what he's going to need. Otherwise, it's going to be, you're basically trying to rune against 3 people, which is not really
and a Forge Spirit as well.
Yeah. Forge Spirit, good checkers. But Sing Sing is actually dominating this mid lane, for now at least, as he's
the first creep wave.
He's doing one, he's just dominating it.
You look, refraction. Didn't work. 3-1 now, boys.
A good spell. The problem is, though, it's going to get harder for him. Like, the more levels, usually the TA is the one who's going to outscale, but when you have Forge Spirits, if they just come, like a support drops a sentry in the lane, Sing's going to have such a hard time, because you can't meld anymore to stop, like, Cold Snap from being massively annoying to you, and you're just going to take way too much harass damage. And Exort Invoker actually is crazy hard to beat in lane.
We'll see if Sing Sing's going to be able to do it. I played this matchup actually 2 times in a row in my pub games yesterday. It seemed to be actually pretty good. As a Templar.
Demon doesn't have boots, has a stout shield, might have to self it. His last 2 auto attacks, no, but they're right next to each other.
Boots first, guys.
Yeah, boots first.
380 movement speed.
It kind of makes sense, though, because Luna's a hero who gains significant base damage from just 1 point, which you're always going to get at level 1, like in any circumstance.
Yep.
So typically you buy the stats and the regen to make your laning phase a little bit easier, but she doesn't need stats and regen if she moves faster and she has the base damage to start with.
It's all about the amount of auto attacks you can get out. Like, there's no point having 1,000,000 damage if you can't actually click.
Indeed. And plus, he got the first blood, so he's already got 1,000 gold. I'm thinking he's going Midas.
Yeah, it's not Envy if he's not going Midas. Looks like there is a smoke gang going onto the mid lane. Very zone back is Boba. And, well, these guys are revealed under the tower. They do know exactly where he is. Are they going to strike right now? I think they're going to try to push
dead. He is so dead if he goes to this creep wave. Yep, he's dead.
Well, you know, with the
no, he's dead.
Like, is it gonna miss? Is it gonna miss? No, it's not gonna miss.
Yeah, there's no way he lives through that.
Oh, too early kill here going for C9. Can't even say server advantage.
No, definitely not. And it looks like TC is actually going to be in a little bit of trouble here too. Bone7 just casually in the woods.
Uh-oh.
He's going to be giving him the rundown.
I don't know, man. That Napalm 3-stack already, and TC is going to just take a bunch of damage. They just need 2 more right-clicks. Grave Chill, yeah, that's going to force out. Well, actually, he's out of tango. So you think he's going to just suicide and go back? No, he's going to tango up and just stay here.
I think he would go back at this point. Like, staying that low health. Maybe he knows that Bone7's out of mana now, and maybe he feels just safe in general.
Perhaps, yeah.
It's definitely not a good early game, though, for Liquid. Like, the matchup mid, it wasn't going, like, in Bulba's favor to begin with, and now he died once, which means that it's going to be way, way harder. And Demon's going to get spotted out here bottom, yeah. I don't think they can kill him, though. Look at them jukes.
Oh, stop. We're going to hit AI a couple times. AI might actually drop low enough. No. Demon has enough go for boots of speed. I'm surprised that he actually hasn't waddle over to the Taishan, but it's so important for him to get the extra MS to survive. he does now.
You did. How was it? You
Radiant's
all
bottom tower
ready to rock?
is
a
under
grand
attack.
now?
So damn,
It's
right?
grand. I'm getting there. I'll get it eventually. I'll just say it once, just like nonchalant, and you'll be like, holy, he did it. He's finally Irish. Oh, cancel stomp. Man, Luna's base move speed is so fast.
Yeah, Luna's actually sitting at 1700 gold, 1800.
He's gonna go Midas.
He
Like,
hasn't purchased it. I
there's
guess
no
he's just
reason
gonna
to not buy
the
Midas if you're in his position.
Ours.
I'm surprised that he's just like, yeah, I'm sitting at 170 HP. There's a Sunstrike Invoker on the map. It's like, whatevs.
And he's got Sunstrike invoked as well. I think he needs level 3 though to kill. Actually, it might not even do enough damage at level 3 Exort.
Sing Sing's got that haste rune. He's gonna go back mid and dominate. I mean, if a double edge comes, like a Sunstrike will kill followed.
Yeah, but there's no way Centaur is gonna get in range to use an ability on him.
Uh-oh, here it comes. We're gonna see Impale missing on the back line here. Pilot die. Wolfing that one a little bit.
63 mana drain as well. It's so little. He only has 230.
Didn't we talk about like the Nyx and Centaur problem when your abilities are so telegraphed that it's very difficult to hit a Nyx with it because you can just carapace them because they're so slow?
Yeah.
We talked about it 2 weeks ago or something?
Yeah. Like
Right.
if you just double edge a carapace, you are the saddest Centaur in the world.
And it actually happened in the game. When we
Yeah, and he instantly died.
Yeah.
He went from like 100 to like 20%.
MV 2K Ghost still has not purchased the Midas. Courier's sitting in base. I'm very concerned, guys.
Dude, poor Sam. He is just getting camped so hard mid.
But he got an
He's
item.
got 12 creep
No,
kills,
he's
man.
gonna be fine. He's working back to the tower, yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Radiant's
they're not
top
doing enough in the
tower is
other
under
lanes to
attack.
warrant how badly mid is losing for them
That
right
is
now.
true.
Radiant
Like,
structures
Envy's
are
actually winning that lane.
fortified.
Yeah, like Envy has the
Dire's
same
middle
CS
tower
as the
is
Slark.
under attack.
So unless the Slark and supports do some serious work during the mid game, Sam's going to be a non-factor. Like, he's not going to be able to recover.
MV buys a Mask of Death, guys.
Yeah,
Wait.
but why did he wait so long to buy it? Maybe he was
Dire's
thinking
middle
about
tower
items and he was
is
like,
under
should I buy
attack.
this, should I buy this? And just go for number of team maybe?
They want to try to
Oh,
dive bomb
MV
seven.
looks like the Stomp's gonna miss, and now I think Demon's in a little bit of
Oh,
trouble.
nice.
Impale's gonna
Nah, he's
hit.
fine.
No beams. I think he's gonna try to drive him out and then use Eclipse. But Demon jukes back into it. Eclipse is gonna miss.
No,
Yeah,
it
the
hits.
mana burn. Oh, yeah, it hits the 2 beams. But not
Oh, it hit
no.
3, actually.
Did it?
It hit, yeah, it hit all beams, but he doesn't have enough damage because it's only level 4 or level 3 Lucent Beam.
That's sad.
It's always hilarious when someone picks
Dire's
Eclipse in
middle
that
tower is
ability
under
draft and they don't get Lucent Beam. They're always such a sad panda.
I'm surprised that he actually didn't upgrade for his treads. Like if he had treads,
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
he would have got the kill.
Well,
He had to go for treads too.
Man, this middle lane is just so unbelievably broken right now.
So
in
mid is
favor of
completely
Cloud9.
lost.
Yeah, and bottom is not really doing that well either.
Right, so it seems like whenever there's a Slark pick, that's very a common occurrence. Like Slark is just against the world in terms of what he needs to carry his team back. And I just don't think Slark is that type of hero.
so Invoker's level
Dire's
5.
middle
It looks like they're gonna
tower is
die
under
one more time on the
TA
bot lane.
is level
Demon
7.
getting caught out again. The beam's gonna ensure that the Impale hits. That's yet another kill. This time going to Pylai Die. The tier 1 tower is gonna be
Dire's
going down as well because
bottom
there's
tower is
1
under
point in
attack.
terms of Glade. Taking a level 7 at that.
Yeah, I think it's just because he knows he can play greedy. And now that I think about it, it's like, okay, we were talking about how hard Centaur is to deal with because he's very hard to zone out with the supports, but the Nyx and the Dazzle actually do enough to keep him away. And if you're a carry like who can just sit in the lane and hold it in one place forever because of Aura, like you can deny creep so fast with Luna Aura and keep it in place, or decide to push. Like the option's pretty much yours, right?
Right.
So you actually benefit more from having a really greedy carry in this position
Dire's middle
because the mid lane
tower
can't
is
do
under
anything
attack.
on the other team. So Envy can play this as greedy as he wants. And because of that, I think Liquid are already in like a really bad spot.
Talking about the green, he actually learned a level of Moonglaive instead of maxing out Lucent Beam.
Yeah, he did that
Yeah.
because he was next to a tower, so you
Yeah.
might as well get a little bit of hits in.
Dire's
And
bottom
yeah,
tower is under attack.
like you said, Demon's gonna have a
Dire's
very, very tough time. It
structures are
helps that this
fortified.
lane actually got first blood on Demon, so that's why they were able to kind of snowball their advantage in that lane. And if he comes back, yeah, it's gonna come in and give him a little bit of poison touch. Yeah, this tier 1 tower is gonna be going down soon.
Yeah, I think the supports of Liquid are a little
Dire's
bit too
bottom
greedy.
tower is under
Like
attack.
Visage kind of needs another hero who can do damage for the gank to really be like worth rotating for. You know what I mean? Like having a Lina or something, or just anyone with an opening stun. And
the
actually
rating and
Demon,
rating.
yeah. Well, TC's here. He gets the lift off. Stomp's gonna be there as well. Sunstrike off the mark. A little bit of miscommunication there. The telekinesis actually moved him out of it. Maybe he just didn't say that he was moving him to the left, but still no kill on the board yet for Team Liquid. And I just feel as though if the lanes are stationary, Cloud9 always benefits more because Liquid have picked a lineup where the Slark has to make plays, right?
Yeah, it's the
Like
gank,
we talked
yeah.
about that in the beginning. It's like, I like the pick because the hero is actually good against the heroes that Cloud9 have, but the rest of the team is doing so poorly that they need him now. Like, they can't let him farm, you know?
We saw Liquid play Slark like about 2 weeks ago, and they had
Yes.
TC on it, and it went similar. Like they
He
wrote
got a
the-
Shadow Blade, and
Yeah.
I think Andy was not a big fan of it.
So what items do you think he should go for in this game?
Well, if he's Slark and he wants to be able to go into the fights right now, he kind of needs a BKB. It's necessitated by the fact that his team is already so far behind.
Now, is that a game-winning BKB or game-losing BKB? Like the
Well,
fact that
Slark does a reasonable amount of damage just because of his abilities, right? But if he doesn't have a BKB and he tries to go in, then just like taking residual damage from things like Firefly or getting Impale Stun or something like that while he's in his ulti can be the difference between living and dying. And Demon, speaking of dying, he's dead again.
well,
Sunstrike.
they're gonna Sunstrike Polydie. It gets reflected, so
Oh,
sadness
no.
on mid lane for Boba.
Oh, he's only level 7, man. He's
Yeah.
got 26 creep kills.
I mean, if you look at Sing Sing, he's got Hannah Midas, and this is going to be his second use, coming up into about 30 seconds. Yeah, Cloud9 is just wrecking in at least a 2 mid lane. How is our Bat Rider doing? Well, he's got, close to Blink Dagger goals, so I think C9 is just running away with this game.
It's
Well,
just,
it's all on Quickfoot though, isn't it? Like it's like
yeah.
the whole game.
I mean, let's say Koifa comes out and he gets a couple kills, which is, kind of already on a very positive note for Liquid. I just think that the item and level advantage that Cloud9 already has is just too much for Slark to deal with. I'm not saying it's GG yet, but it's just a very, very uphill battle. And unlike yesterday, where remember it was G's Invoker mid lane for that one game that VP played, yeah, he tanked a lot of ganks, but he had Midas, he had bots, like he was doing stuff. And I think, Boba is just very, very far away from that kind of itemization as well.
He went Mask of Madness on Luna against like Centaur and Slark. It's ballsy.
It is, but it also helps you farm like ridiculously fast. You can eat the entire
Mask of
jungle
Madness Culling Blade.
with a mask of with a mask of madness. You can kill the jungle like so fast.
Highlight die.
Kill on the board.
Highlight die.
Gotta start
Finally,
somewhere.
way too and TC needs 6. So bad. Like Demon just got 6, so he uses Stampede there, but the difference in the supports of Cloud9 and Liquid is that the supports in Cloud9 actually function before level 6. Like they can actually do stuff, whereas Liquid they can't really. I mean, who are they going to gank for? They're going to go on a TA mid. I mean, that's like an impossible gank unless they have like double forged spirits already, which obviously they don't because he's not even high enough level to have.
Nearly. One more level.
Yeah, he needs level 9, but that's what I'm saying. Because the mid did so bad, it's like not worth rotating for him because he can't contribute enough on his own to even get a kill on the TA at that point in the game. So the middle lane got so demolished that Sing is 3 levels higher than him at 11 minutes in.
Yeah. It was, 2 or 3 ganks that happened in the mid lane? 2, right? Like, that went successful
He's
for them?
600 gold away from...
No, it was just 1. He only died once. But the thing is, he was already losing the lane. And if you get more behind against a TA, and you don't have any points into Wex, like, you can't even make them buy dust for you. They just walk into the tower and kill you, you know?
They also were hiding in the bushes beside the tower, just like even pressuring him. And he was at his tier 2 tower and couldn't even come to the creep wave. Like.
Yeah, I mean, those situations, though, like, you can't let yourself get that low in the first place. Because if you're sitting at, like, 30% life, the TA could have just solo dived him, I think.
Highlight Die, invis up into the enemy jungle, sees Boba. All they need is +1. I think actually Highlight Die might do enough to actually get the kill himself. He's waiting.
Bat Rider's
something.
there.
Yep, here comes the Impale. It's going to land. The Mana Burn is going to do a ton of damage to Napalm. Just to stack it up, do they have Flame Break as a question? Flame Break and the Stampede gets him out of there. Just barely alive, but that's fine. I don't think Cloud9 needs that.
Poor Bulba's probably saying, like, I'm so close to Midas. Please don't let me die.
Yeah, that recovery Midas, guys.
The sad part is he actually needs the Midas.
Yeah, definitely. Invoker's one of the most level-dependent heroes in the game.
If he can't catch up in levels, yeah, he's just going to be super sad.
Throwing these, like, half-arsed meatballs. No one likes half-arsed meatballs.
It's true, man.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
My biggest concern right now is, like, Quickfist's first item is going to be very indicative of how the mid-game is going to go for them. Shadow Blade. Yep. Okay, so he's favoring the damage and maybe making the supports invest a little bit into making sure that they can actually kill him.
It's also attack speed, though.
It is. No, I mean, it's attack speed and damage, which is good. Like, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that it's a risky choice that I think he had to make because maybe he feels going BKB just doesn't give him enough killing potential. And maybe he just doesn't want to fight with the team as much as he wants to create space for the team.
Tower is under attack.
Just so, like, Bulba can recover, Way2 can finally hit 6, TC can hit 6.
I think Cloud9's a good team to do that against as well because they're going for this kind of greedy farming build and their supports are kind of off on their own. Like if you look at the map, everyone's kind of
Yeah, doing their own thing.
Yeah, doing their own thing.
And everybody's really farmed. But Koifa, with that first Shadow Blade, he's going to go into the jungle. He sees Envy. Envy's going to get pounced up. No, he
I
goes
think
back
he
up.
wanted the right click first and then pounce.
Yeah, and I think it was actually spotted. So immediate reaction coming from Cloud9. TP in for Palai. Smokes up, and he's going to Vendetta. Nope. They need some vision, actually, to protect the jungle. Because especially when you have Envy, who buys his Mask of Madness mostly for jungle farming. To speed up his jungle farming. Activating it, hitting a Centaur camp or something, and then have a pounce is a really dangerous proposition.
I feel for Bulba here.
Owie?
They see an Owie on the side, so... Yeah. They also have Stampede available. Looks like they're going to chase with the Stampede, trying to get the lift off. They find Owie. Owie's going to have a trap under him. Grave immediately, so he should be fine for now.
Oh, man.
Yep, still alive. The birds are giving him chase, but Mew on the back line is going to be big Eclipse. Getting one kill. Boba now slowed up. And that should be it. Looks like he's going to just run out of there. Sunstrike, was it being invoked? I'm not sure.
Another miscommunication with the Centaur and the lift.
Yeah, he missed his stomp.
Yeah.
Like, he would have died before Grave there if the stomp landed.
He's a stand-in, so it's kind of understandable.
Well, I mean, the telekinesis should have just, like, brought him back.
Yeah.
Like, that was one where he was expecting a Sunstrike, so he didn't move him.
Yeah, it was probably earlier they were shouting at him. Like.
Yeah.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It happens, man. Sunstrike's tough.
Tier 1 pressure on the top lane as well, as Batrider is just moving past the tower, dragging away. That Tier 1 tower is going to go down as well. Cloud9 just working with a very healthy 10,000 gold lead. We're
at 15 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people, I'm sure, like, they go back this game and they look at Envy, it's like, what the hell is that Mask of Madness about? Which, definitely talked to him about that item before. He just think it's like a mini Midas of sort. It just allows you to farm much faster. Yeah.
And you run fast, so you get the camps quicker. So.
Dire's top tower
There's a whole argument. It's like,
fallen.
oh, but you die much quicker if you have Mask of Madness on. But that's just predicate on you making a mistake. So if you play it correctly,
and your positioning,
you just don't need to activate it when you're being jumped on.
Yeah, high risk, high reward item, basically. Yeah, is what it could be construed as. And I think because of the situation that he's in, like because of the start that he's had, he can get away with being this greedy because Sing, even though he also went Midas, TA is a hero who is very hard to punish unless the Slark or the Visage are nearby, right?
Yep.
Because they need that like instant damage output. They need something to eat through the refraction. And if he wants, he could probably just go BKB after that.
Dude, the birds, when they've no damage, have enough to kill, like to take off the charges.
When they actually don't have anything left, I think refraction is 5 damage.
Yes, and the birds at lowest do 10 damage.
Yeah. So yeah, you should be able to eat it.
Yeah, you were talking about the importance of Visage not only getting level 6, but I think hitting level 11 is a big point. Something that AI 2000 talk about a lot is that if you don't hit 11 with Visage birds, they actually don't do damage. It's just, it's nice for that first initial couple of barrage, but you're not going to kill any heroes with it. So it's important for the Visage to hit level 11, and he's not close.
Sing and the Luna have more farm than the entirety of Liquid.
Yep. Did you just add that up?
Yeah, man.
Math, man.
Did the math. Can't count kittens?
It's pretty close, actually.
Wait to? Looks like he just grave killed the illusion.
Oh, that's fine.
That he knew was illusion.
So he gets movement speed.
Well,
they're gonna
not
find
fine.
Poor guy, man.
Right, Stampy's gonna come through. It looks like they're doing a ton of damage. Impale's gonna hit on like 3 units, so the Flame Break's gonna push Demon Dodo back. Demon Dodo burning it up under the fire. He's still gonna be alive. Blink Dagger being disabled on Sing Sing, still alive. Blink forward by Bone 7. Style Shield proc, still alive. Is Bone 7 gonna go for it? No, they want the Rubik instead. Meanwhile, Liquid Way 2, not sure exactly where we wanna go. Flame Break's gonna get the kill. Way 2's gonna go down to a Blink Mel Strike by Sing Sing, and that is a 4-man wipe.
They tried to take to the bushes, didn't really pan out.
Heard the words of Benedict. Seen in trees, man.
Well, maybe Quickfoot can find a kill here. Oh yeah, that's a dead Luna. Like 100% dead. Yeah, he's fine.
Okay.
Or dead. I mean, not fine.
He's fine.
I meant to say dead.
It's like when you're talking to your wounded soldier on the battlefield.
Yeah. You're fine. You're gonna pull through.
Yeah, he's completely fucked, but you tell him he's gonna live. Like.
Yeah. He's like, Captain, I can't feel my legs. They're like not even there. Yeah, like, don't worry about it, man.
Over the other side of the battlefield. Like.
You got like your triage, and one of the guys like has the leg in his hand. He's like, I found it. It's like, all right, it's not good anymore.
Yeah, I mean, you never tell him that though.
This game's gotten a little out of hand. I think it's fair to say.
Yeah.
And a lot of it was on mid, man. Like, Bulba was kind of losing mid anyway, like in the first couple of levels, just because refraction actually gives you a ton of damage. And it's not until like you get to
I guess level 8 and 9 when you really start coming into your own as Exort Invoker because you get double forward spirits. But he never even got that far.
Well,
like he got ganked, and then once he gets ganked, he's like, okay, I can't do anything.
The thing is, the gank came because Demon gave first blood on the bot lane. Like, the 2 support immediately said, alright, he's dead, we're gonna smoke to mid because there's nobody here, and then we're just gonna kill. So,
they did really well on Ewi and Pilo Dai. Rotated really well in the
So I think in that like 1 minute where they got the first blood bot and then was able to successfully pull off the mid gank, that's kind of where the early game advantage really cemented for Cloud9.
If you're Sing Sing here, you get a BKB and say, let's end this game? Is that the...
He could just be going Manta,
Yeah,
which I think
Manta's
is fine.
Okay.
I mean, it's nice to be able to Manta like Grave Chill and stuff like that. And I don't think it actually removes Cold Snap, but it just makes it so maybe you don't get hit like as much.
Yeah, you get more stats, you know, it's just good stuff, pushing that tier 2 down.
He could just go like casual Yasha too. I've seen a lot of TAs do that.
Sanjin Yasha is not that bad on him.
Actually, I think with the Manta, you're just unkillable compared to a Slark. Or when Slark jumps on you, you just Manta, Mel Strike, hit him back, and suddenly the Slark's the one that has to run. Like, I just don't think that he could handle with that kind of damage output.
Yeah, maybe not considering like how far ahead he is in farm. Like not creeps, but
4
just...
staff to way 2, but it's fine.
He stole.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh,
So
man.
what do you do if you're Liquid here?
Pray that you can defend your high ground, I guess, because that's about the last thing they're gonna have in about 2 minutes. I mean, Centaur got a blink, but
Alright, that's a start.
That's what you need. You need the Centaur to go huge. Do you try and hide it in this case? I wouldn't
Oh,
try.
here we go. It's going to be Blink Initiation on the bot lane. Double Strike is going to be there as well. Stampede's going to get him low enough, but it looks like he could activate his Mask of Madness if he wants to actually run out of there. Demon, he's looking for some. The Urn's going to come through. Demon's just juking into trees. He could blink back out with Double Edge, but you can see Envy's just getting a lot more HP back. He knows AEI is nearby with the Grave as well. So TP's back home. That was the first initial use of Blink Dagger. Meanwhile, the Bat Rider in the enemy jungle, he sees TC. TC, does he see the fire?
he's out of there, man.
Yeah. Well, that was that initial gank though, right? Didn't do anything.
Well, it almost did. Yeah. I think maybe, like, if he had had Mask of Madness on, he would have died.
Yep.
But he actually didn't for once, which is weird because he's been using it like on cooldown.
Yeah, every
right?
You only use it in the jungle though. You don't use it in lane, man.
Because
that's
use it in lane
that's
to push
dangerous.
it faster.
He was using it in lane earlier.
Yeah.
That's a risky play,
All right,
guys.
so Quakefa's got SNY Shadowblade. And they're... Oh, DC.
Run, little Rubik.
That would have been a super sad Rubik. That Eclipse actually went off.
Yeah, MV also has a BKB now. Finally, the one game that he does get one.
Yeah, usually goes like Mjolnir or something.
Well, it makes it so you can just like BKB Mask of Madness, hit the tower, right?
Yeah, not worry about it.
Yeah, and once the tower dies, and you're doing that much damage, and you have glaives.
Oh no, Boba.
Oh, he dead.
Oh,
nice.
Force Staff getting away, just got delivered. Midas on cooldown 9 seconds. Yep, living a dream, guys.
Effective.
If you Mask of Madness before you BKB, it dispels it, doesn't it? Am I correct?
It used to be that way. I don't think it does now.
I don't think it does,
There's one, like it's the same with Alacrity with Invoker. There's one way of using it where...
I don't believe so.
You can't Alacrity yourself, though, when you're BKB'd, because you're BKB'd.
Yeah, exactly.
But you can Alacrity and then BKB.
And it stays on you?
Yeah, because
Okay.
it's... I don't think it's like Empower, and I don't think it's like Bloodlust.
Dire's top tower
Or no,
is
Bloodlust
under
stays on, too.
attack.
And Tether stays as well.
Yeah, so I think you can... Yeah, I think you can Mask of Madness BKB. Or maybe you can't. I don't remember, man.
I'm pretty sure you can BKB then Mask of Madness.
I do think you still take more damage.
No, yeah, you can
Tower
definitely
has
BKB and then
fallen.
Mask.
Yeah.
Like 100%.
Don't you still take more damage?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Like, the effect still applies, you're just immune to CC, which is the biggest concern when you have a Mask of Madness on is getting stunned. Because then you just disappear.
Or double-edged.
No, not the face. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna try to set up a gank or a bait perhaps with Envy on the front line. He's like, yeah, guys, just chilling. Baiting him away. He's not very chilling. He's just gonna go for it, but looks like they're gonna get baited. They're gonna have to burst him down. Oh, wow! He just melted, but way too. On the back line with Sing Sing. Sing Sing with the haste rune. Is he gonna go back in? Yeah, with the Bat Rider on the right side. They're gonna try. Trap is gonna slow. No, not gonna find anything.
Like,
The birdies.
I'm out of here. Spumoni. That's it.
So in that particular engagement, you saw how
Squishy
bad
he is.
Mask of Madness can be if you activate it in the wrong time.
I actually never really buy that item because I always screw up when to use it. Like, it's the one item that I'm like, you know, people buy it on Sven, on Faceless Void sometimes. But
Well, Void's kind of different because Void can...
He has protection.
He's the Time Lord,
Yeah.
you know?
I mean, isn't Mask of Madness literally the most cost-effective item in terms of damage and gold?
You've said that Desolator was the most cost-effective.
No, it's a cost-effective item, but it's not the most cost-effective.
One of the most ones.
Because Mask of Madness is 100% attack speed for 1900 gold.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's 2 Hyperstones of attack speed, man.
Well, it is called Mask of Madness.
Yeah.
It's not called, like,
You'd
Mask
have to
of
be mad to buy
Reasonableness.
it.
Reasonableness. Speaking of Mask of Madness, Bone 7 has one as well. Look, Mask of Madness is just a king of jungling item, right? Like, you just don't worry about it, man. Hit the jungle, get farm, get rich. Or die trying.
Get money, get couriers.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Is that the same?
I guess. I don't know. I'm no expert on it, but I mean, the longer the game goes on, I really don't think that Cloud9 are going to feel too much concern about it because they have a Luna and a TA. But I think Liquid are being given a little bit more room than I was expecting, given how bad the early game went for them. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm surprised there has not been a Roshan attempt yet, given the fact that they have BKB on Luna as well as a Maelstrike and Trap Control.
Well, now that they have a Deso, they might just go for it.
Yeah. It looks like we're going to see yet another gank on the top lane. It's going to be on Koifa this time. He's a tough one to kill, so...
Yeah.
He's an elusive bastard.
The thing with Slark is that if you just hit Dark Pact when you get Vendetted, it's like impossible to follow up stun him.
Yep.
Because he'll just dispel the Impale.
You have to stun straight away from
No, it looks like he
this
might
is
actually
a BKB
follow.
Luna.
Yep, but they're gonna BKB not being activated. Mask of Madness forcing him away, but not gonna be enough.
Was Quakefell like looking for somebody else? Like, did he think there was somebody else there? Because he just like ran past and sat in the woods.
It was really strange.
I mean, it's fine because they ended up killing the Luna, but still.
They've been using Luna to actually set up the bait twice now. One on the bot lane, one
And
on top.
they failed both times?
I mean, he's so squishy. He just dies.
Yeah.
Maybe he can't set up a bait with a hero that has like 1300 HP.
Hey man, if they keep killing him like that and Quakefell starts to get out of control, like Sark is one of those heroes that against a team like Cloud9 can be very tough to deal with.
I mean, there is a grave at the end of the day, so that's something to be concerned about. Bat Rider is also insanely farmed.
The strength of Cloud9 right now is the fact that, you know, you Eclipse, you go in with Lasso, and you fight around that, you know?
Yeah.
Sark's strength is that he can go in and out of the fight, like as many times as he needs to make sure that they win
But
the
if
fight.
it goes late game, I think Bat Rider is like one of the best heroes to have on your team. Because when it's like, you know, 50, 40 minutes into a game, when you get that one pick, it changes the entire game. And Bat Rider is like amazing at that.
It can be, but good luck getting a Sark, you know? Like, that's the one hero, maybe outside of the Invoker, that you really want to get. And if he sees you blink in, Dark Pact, man.
Yeah.
Just hit Q and you win the game.
Wait, so are you saying that if you could Dark Pact the Flaming Lasso?
Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah. It's not great, man. It's like crazy hard to kill that hero.
Yep.
You can just click him though. If you can click him.
Yeah, if you
will
right
win.
click him, that's like his biggest weakness actually. Because people who out right click him, like Ursa, decimates Slark. Like,
Templar Assassin as well.
yeah, Templar Assassin is pretty good. But they're kind of good against each other, you know? Like Slark is good against TA and TA is good against Slark.
All right, well, we have Luna getting the Aegis, going for what seems to be a butterfly.
I like getting the Talisman Evasion first as well. I think it's like...
Well, when you're saving for buyback, it's a good choice.
Yeah, but I think it's one of the better items out of the... Like, you buy the butterfly for the attack speed and damage, yeah, sure. But the evasion is like what I like the most about it. Especially against the Slack.
By the way, this is like... There's 4 deaths, right?
Yep.
Envy is 3 of them.
Yeah.
Half-Life 3 confirmed.
But he also has 3 of the kills.
Yeah.
3 of the 10 kills.
Which is...
That's only 30% as opposed to 75% death.
That's true. That's true. But he's still farming very well. Sing actually has more CS than him. Like 224 CS on a TA at 27 minutes is pretty bonkers, to be honest.
Yeah, and he doesn't actually have a Mask of Madness. Actually, I think Desolator is the thing that allows you to farm much quicker.
Down.
Once you have Desolator, yeah, I think Envy may have got one. Once you have Desolator on the TA, you could see the creep wave running at you, and by the time they're not aligned anymore, they're dead.
Yeah.
So that's why Desolator is actually one of the better items on TA.
Because you can just farm that straight line, man.
Yeah.
Work them angles.
I wonder if they can actually go high ground here.
Looks like they're trying to. I mean, they have Aegis. Might as well give it a go.
Does he just Mask of Madness and
And he's like, I'll be the sacrificial lamb, guys. Don't
got-
worry.
yeah, he's got Aegis.
Wait for that weave to kick on.
Quakefell's like sitting in the back. He's like, it's going to be my time soon. Just you wait. I'm going to see my opportunity.
I mean, there's no vision here for Cloud9 because every time that there is wards, it got rewarded by the Slug passive Shadow Dance. So, here we go, guys.
I've seen your Shadow Dancing.
Well, they haven't used Glyph yet, so they're going to have to commit sooner or later, though. Looks like Demon's going outside of the base as well. No vision. He could possibly go in for a double stomp here. Bone 7's going to get spotted out. The Sentinel Stampede actually stops him for the time being, but nope, he gets stunned out, and Demon actually ends up going down. Bird Stun's going to stop the advance, and Demon kind of just feeds.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't good when you run through the fire, so he had no Blink Dagger. I think he was aiming for Envy.
Well, the Stampede actually clipped Bone 7, but he forced Saft away.
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of sucked.
Yeah,
oh, well, TC's dead.
Just like, it's so easy for him.
That's probably GG, to be honest.
I mean, once this tower goes down, yeah, with the racks exposed, it's not going to look good.
Well, with no Glyph and 2 people dead, you're just not defending it. Like,
I mean, the balance is here.
I think they coordinated that pretty poorly, though. Like, Quickfa should have been with Demon, you know? Like, because he got stunned and basically insta-killed, which means that they dumped, like, quite a bit into him, right? So that means the Slark can usually just go ham in that situation, right?
Yeah,
so, I don't know.
I mean, the team coordination just from the ganks we saw earlier. Remember lifting away from
what was
the
that blink? Demon? Hello? All right, I'm lost. Maybe they should have used sneaking, guys.
Cold as ice.
All right, well, there's your GG.
Look, I'm just saying MYM has a chance against this Liquid.
Okay, I didn't believe you before. I believe you now.
Fair enough.
I didn't know how bad it was. I mean, let's be honest. Liquid did not look to be in normal
form. It was the
form.
first game of the day. They're probably only up out of bed.
Look,
given their draft,
I'm just gonna say, it's a downgrade from Fluff to Demon.
Well, it's also they're playing different positions.
Yes.
So it's not so much.
Only 2 people are playing different positions,
which is out of 5.
Quickfa and TC.
But
that's 40%. Is what this guy's saying.
All right, Math, whatever. Okay, so Math is obviously not on Liquid side, but congratulations to Cloud9. They continue to secure their first place
now,
here. Yeah. They are. Well, they were first place before, technically because head-to-head against
now
the other team.
Now they're definitely first place.
Yeah, well, now they're definitely first place. So Liquid, unfortunately, not really the strongest showing. I didn't think their draft was that bad, to be honest. I thought the only weakness they had was the fact that their supports were kind of level dependent, and that like the Dazzle and the Nyx kind of can do whatever they want, really, in the early game. And they rotated on mid, made the Invoker's life just awful. Like, he had to recover, like, from minute 5, you know? Yep. When you're already behind in that situation, maybe Quickfa farmed a little bit too long, man. Maybe they needed him earlier.
1-0-1. It's a bit passive.
Yeah, but I mean, if he doesn't farm, then he's behind in farm. And if the fights don't work and he doesn't farm, then they, like, lose even faster, I guess. I don't know. It would have been risky business anyway. Was putting a lot on poor Quickfa's shoulders. Seems to be a consistent theme with Liquid. But anyway, we're going to have Liquid playing another game coming up next for you guys. It's going to be Team Liquid taking on MYM after the break. What a game.
What a holy shit.
I thought they were going to GG
Demon
in like
is
10 minutes.
So bad.
That was pretty rough. Yeah, he died 6 times.